ankle hurts. What the heck? I just got back from driving. My second time, like, practice driving, like, out on, like, the main roads. I normally just stay in my neighborhood, because it's been 4 years since I've driven anything, and, I don't know why my ankle hurts. Each time, like, I go out, it is kind of nerve-wracking, to say the least, but it also then is kind of, like, that fun kind of stress. Like, it's kind of, the closest I can liken it to is, like, that, like, nervous, exciting sensation you get on, like, a thrill ride. Because I've only ever been on one roller coaster in my life, and, oh boy. I don't know if I've ever told you that story, but whew. So, it's kind of like that. And the first time I went out, it was on a Sunday. So, the roads weren't that busy. There's just an occasional car. So that was nice, but today is Saturday, so there's more people out on the road, and even though I haven't been, like, the driver, I'm a good passenger, and I, like, observe, hello, a lot of things, but I need to, like, get better at some stuff, and I'm good with, like, landmarks and, like, local roads / back roads and, like, neighborhoods, sort of. So, sort of with the neighborhoods, because my mom's not heavy on, like, driving on the interstate, where I think, like, Jason's mom is more of a highway lady, because she thought she was lost coming to my house one day. Sorry, Kyla. But she ended up getting here. She was just taking, like, local roads and going through neighborhoods. So, like, when the main roads are getting, like, too stressful, or I felt like someone was kind of riding a little kind of too close to my behind, I would just, like, shoot down, like a neighborhood, or, like, I don't know if you'd call it a neighborhood, but it's kind of like a street that's, like, 25 miles per hour, and I just went through, like, some neighborhoods to kind of just get off the main roads, but there's one person that I was trying to get rid of. Ended up kind of following me a little bit, and I'm like, sheesh. Like, it's kind of funny how calm you can feel when driving, and all of a sudden you look behind your rearview mirror, because you're supposed to check your mirrors, and you see someone's riding your ass, and all of a sudden you, like, get nervous, and I don't want to speed. I'm not going to go any faster than 5 miles over the speed limit. And even then, sometimes I don't feel comfortable doing that, but it's like they're on my ass, like, what do you want me to do? And it's like, if I can and there's a lot of room and I feel comfortable doing it, like, I'll let the person pass me. But if I don't feel comfortable doing that, I just gotta be uncomfortable with them on my ass. Or if it's like I'm gonna be, like, turning into my neighborhood soon, I'm just gonna go with it. And I think, like, I don't know. If it pisses them off that I'm going the speed limit, then fine. I don't care. And so there was this car. So I'm pulling in my neighborhood, and there was a different car, and he was, like, kind of, close to me. And I'm like, really? Because I found myself, like, going 30, and I'm like, wah! And then, like, I had to slow down because there was a bend, and, like, I get stressed out. And I notice, like, when I freak out or stress out, whatever you'd like to call it, like, I sometimes don't pay as much attention as I should. Sorry if there's, like, glares on my lenses. Oh, is this, like, I don't know. I'm sitting on a beanbag chair. I'm trying to be comfortable here. Here's the couch. Hello. Anyway, so obviously, every turn I make, my turn signal is on, even in my neighborhood, especially though if there's someone behind me, because, at times, like, the road that I live on can be busy, so I do make sure to my turn signal on when I'm turning into my driveway, especially if there is a car behind me, so they know to, like, slow down a little, because not everybody goes 25 up and down this road. So there was this guy, like, riding my butt, and so I kind of went really fast into my driveway. My dad was like, whoa, you don't do that. And I'm like, the guy was on my ass. I didn't say that to my father. I said he was kind of, like, riding me. He was, like, really, like, and I guess, I don't know. I know, like, side mirrors of a car, they say objects may appear closer than they really are, but I don't know about a rear view mirror. And my dad said, you had your turn signal on. The person has no choice but to slow down. And I have this fear that, like, I'm gonna go to speed limit, someone's gonna ride me, or they are, and I go to turn, or I slow down because I feel like I'm going too fast, and then they hit me, and then I'm in, like, a little accident, and I don't want that. I mean, no one wants to be in a car accident. So there's some things I need to just work on, and I think there's things I need to work on that I could easily do in my neighborhood, or set up, like, a simulator. I think, well, I was told that high schools, I don't know if my local high school has it or not, but that high schools do have, like, driving simulators. And if so, I'm curious, is that, like, for driving? No, I mean, high school students only, or can, like, I utilize it? Because I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you stop at a stop sign and a red light, or if the car in front of you is stopping or slowing down, you slow down, otherwise you're going to hit them. But so you stop at a stop sign, and usually you have to inch up to, like, see if there's a car coming, because something could be blocking your view. So my dad was, like, telling me to, like, hey, you gotta inch up. And I'm like, there's people crossing the street. And he's like, good idea. I said, I could have scared them, but I don't think that I would have enjoyed it. But I'm noticing that something I really need to work on is, like, distances and spaces. The distance and spaces between us. And that is how I know you'll go on. No, because, like, my dad will say, oh, I could have turned, or, like, because there was a lady coming, and he's like, because in my mind, it's polite, you let the pedestrian cross the street. So I waited, and he's like, you actually could have gone because she was far enough back, it wouldn't have been an issue. And then by then I had to wait because cars, and then it's like, as long as no one's behind me getting pissed off, then it's kind of okay. But there are times, though, where I feel like, But the show The Doctors one time had Danica Patrick on, and she's like, what, NASCAR driver, like a race car lady? And she said, like, do what makes you feel comfortable. Like, her moral of her story was, do what makes you feel comfortable. Like, you don't got to be a reckless, crazy person. And I'm thinking, if a race car, NASCAR, like, person, race car, NASCAR, that's the same thing, probably, I don't know. Don't follow it, but if someone who, like, races cars for a living, goes really, really fast, is talking about, like, regular, mundane driving, like, and said, do what you're comfortable with, it's like, then I'm gonna do that. If it means following the rules of the road, I will do that. So, I don't know. And then there was times where I felt like I shouldn't be doing this with my father. He's, like, sometimes his tone of voice, or, like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, he's a really good driver. I mean, he's, like, really good. And my mom, I asked her, I'm like, would you go on roads with me, or only the neighborhood? Because she's, like, a little more nervous about being in the car with me. So she said quiet roads. So I don't know. I might practice again if I get a chance. Even if it's just, like, around the neighborhood. Which I should try to practicing that by myself. There are times where I feel like, oh, I have the hang of this, and I'm doing good, and then there's times I'm like, what am I doing? But I have to keep reminding myself, it's been a really long time. I've been semi-retired for 4 years with driving, and some things you don't forget, and some things you gotta just remind yourself, and there's certain things, like, you just gotta learn if you've never had to do them before. Like, a lot of things that were, like, not one way, what am I trying to say? It's like, okay, well, I had the right of way, but like, if you're going this way, if you're going straight, you go straight, and anyone that's on the left or right of you has to wait. But those things turn into, like, four-way stops. So there's, like, four-way stops where there weren't four-way stops before. So it's kind of like, okay, learning when is it my turn, and so on and so forth, and just certain things. And but my dad will say, like, oh, you're doing a good job. And I'm like, thanks, because sometimes I don't know. It's kind of like if you've been sick for a while, and so you just been feeling horrible, and maybe you still don't feel 100%, but maybe like you finally showered and like you put on some makeup, and so someone says to you like, you look really good, like, are you feeling better because you look good? And you're kind of like, no, I still feel like crap. Like, it's kind of like, even though he's telling me I'm doing good, I feel like I could do better. And maybe that's because there's like a smidge of perfectionism in me. And like I've just there's just so many things. And if I were to go and saw it, we'd be here for like till next year, which is not that far away. But it's just a lot of things. I don't know. Things for me to think about and work on, but just gotta get more comfortable in the daytime, and then after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna practice driving in the dark a little bit. Cause I mean, let's face it, it's winter time almost, still fall probably, and it gets dark at like 4:35. And if I needed to run out and get something at like the grocery store for myself or my mom or whoever, this like I'm gonna practice driving from there and back in the dark. And to my grandma's house, I used to drive in the dark occasionally, but I didn't do it a lot, and I don't foresee myself really doing that a lot, but I think it is good to practice in case it is needed, or like because some days if it's like gonna be really cloudy and like start to rain, it's darker out, so in all sorts of conditions. Although I don't think you'll ever see me in the snow. I know my old car definitely was not made for the snow. Hopefully this one's a little bit better, but again, if it's like snowing or the roads are kind of bad, like I'm not driving. Nah. So that's what I did today. I'll show you. I have on my, I'll show you some stuff. My like Dixie State pink shirt and like my pants. And I have on my new necklace. It's the Anchor from Alex and Ani. And I have on like a crap load of Alex and Ani bracelets. But who doesn't, I realize. I don't know if you can see there's a rose gold compass. That's new too. I got it with this necklace. I usually don't wear more than like 2 to 3 at a time because they jingle and jangle. Sometimes I find it a little irritating, all the noise, and I don't want to be bothering anyone else with all my jingle jangles. But whenever I look at people that wear these, they have like a bunch on at once, and that's kind of how they're all like kind of photographed on Instagram on the Alex and Ani site. So I actually feel like I'm more part of something because I have more on me. I don't know, talk about crazy. But look at all this. Let's get excited for a minute. Real quick, I'll try to be quick. I'm gonna show you stuff. If this will just cooperate, that would be so lovely. Oh, it's a little, but hey. So, I bought these, 2 of them. You know what? I'm going to make a separate video for this because it's going to get really, really long. So, there'll be a part 2. And, ooh, a doggy in a sweater. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions about anything, or you want to comment on what I said about my driving, at some point I will be doing a car tour type of thing when I have it all fully finished with its decorations and stickers and things like that. So yeah, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe and check out the info box for my social media so you can follow me everywhere. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and as always, till next time, keep it quirky.